Hi guys, Melissa Johnson, hey, independent Scentsy consultant.
I'm still Dale.
Back with our warm review of the Harvest Bar collection and the 10 new releases, and this is part of the Harvest Bar. Not the 5-pack, but so some of my favorites and thoughts have changed on warm. Yeah. So I guess we'll go by room. So I did this one in the office area upstairs. This is Midnight Mahogany. I still have the same feelings about it. It's nice, but I'm not sure if it's a love or I need to repurchase it, but it is very nice. It's kind of baby doll face, powdery, and woodsy.
Definitely woodsy for sure.
And normally I like that kind
is very strong
thing, but it was just okay to me. It was very nice.
Yeah,
if you like, you know.
Yeah. It's a pleasant aroma. It's not,
No, it was very nice.
you know, it's kind of middle of the road.
I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed it. I'm just not sure if I absolutely have to have more of it. I wouldn't be opposed to melting more of it. It wasn't a dislike for sure. It's just not something I'm madly in love with. But it was, I would say, now granted, I think this stuff needs to cure.
Excuse me. What can I do?
I think that it needs to cure a little bit. Like in a couple months, this might be a lot stronger. But I don't know, it lasted a day. I didn't notice it into the second day. So yeah, that's Midnight Mahogany. So that one was just okay. My thoughts on that, on warm and cold, didn't change. Then upstairs. Now this is the one, Fall Feelin'. This is from the new releases as well. Fall Feelin'. This is the one that I thought was pungent on the bottom. Has the blood orange.
That's one that I really like.
Yeah, he's always liked it. I loved it on warm. I didn't get that pungent blood orange. It actually melted for me personally, which is weird. It was actually really good, and I actually want to melt more of it. I actually liked it that much. That was also in the office. That was going into day 2 though, and because there was dog sitting in the casserole upstairs, and Jasper got a little like owly, which he normally isn't. And I thought, I have read that cats don't love citrus. And I thought maybe this is too much for him in that room. So I did take it out. I think it would have gone into a 3rd day, but I was trying to be respectful. I probably shouldn't have put it up there anyway, but I was afraid I wouldn't like it. So yeah, it was very, very nice.
Yeah.
I actually really liked it. I was shocked. I was like, what smells so good? And I was like, oh yeah, that's Fall Feeling. And you always liked it.
Yep, I liked it right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yep, right from the start.
You just plain like it, that's all.
I just like it, yeah.
And
it's
then,
not, like, I mean, it's really good. I really like it.
and then this was also a new release. This is the Dashing. I did this in the office area too. Loved this. Again, kind of like Midnight Mahogany. It didn't go more than, are you bleeding?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't know. There's a
thought it was
strange
from the
liquid
coffee.
coming. It might have been. I don't know. It's just, it's weird.
Because I was like, it didn't look
It's
like.
all good. I keep checking to make sure I'm not something coming for me. It's not.
But yeah, it's like brown, not red. So I was like confused. But brown like coffee.
Yeah, we're just silly.
But yeah, so this, it didn't go more, well, it went into the second day. It wasn't very strong. It's beautiful. It is just like Cabbage Patch doll faces to me, but I love it. I would love to melt more of it. I thought it was extremely pleasant, sweet. Did you like it?
Well, I liked it. I was a little iffy before. I still am, but I do understand how you get that smell, that
Powdery doll face.
powdery kind of smell to it. Yeah.
That one's very specifically more like Cabbage doll. Cabbage Patch doll that had a very distinct smell. That's definitely what Dashing is like. And I thought it was in a very pretty way.
Yeah. Wasn't a negative.
Yeah, and that's a new release. I would consider clubbing that. Depends on how many times I warm it. Charlie's playing with the light. I would actually, guys, I want to buy several more of these Fall Feelin', believe it or not. I actually really like it now. I still get kind of a weird note on cold on the bottom of it, but all mixed together, it was beautiful. It was actually beautiful. I would, honest to goodness, melt all of these again.
Yeah.
All of them. This one I did in our bedroom. There's the laundry. This is Frosty Air. It definitely reminds me a whole lot of Windowsill Breeze. Oh man, I think it's gorgeous. I will strongly consider clubbing that.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
You know, I think Charlie, he's playing with the cord.
He has a thing about cords, the little guy.
So yeah, I loved it, and it lasted, geez, days and days in our bedroom. With the air conditioner on. It was lighter with the air conditioner on, but it was beautiful, and I love it. It's like a sweet laundry. He's okay.
He keeps going after it.
It's really pretty. If you like Windowsill Breeze, you would really like this. It's pretty, but you've got to like things like Windowsill Breeze. That's definitely more on the lines of Windowsill Breeze to me. Then down here, I think I did all the rest of these down here because I wanted to make sure I could smell these. Like this one, laundry one, I kind of knew I was going to smell in the bedroom, and I did. And then the office area, there's no air conditioner or anything. So I split these two up. I did Frightfully Delightful out here in the dining room, 4 cubes, but I gave 2 away as samples. And then Forever Fall, I did the same thing. I gave away 2 samples and did 4 out there. I actually think I like this Disney one better. Even though this has peach in it and I wasn't sure I liked that, it also kind of gives me some give me candy vibes. I actually kind of like this one. It's more like candy. I get a little Very Peri Pumpkin that everybody hates, but I get pumpkin candy from Very Peri Pumpkin, and I actually like it. And this one gives me that same pumpkin candy vibe with Gimme Candy.
Yeah, there's definitely, to me, there's a kind of a sharp candy smell to it.
Like super sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. But I love this one.
He likes Forever Fall.
I absolutely love that one.
I think it's your typical fall scent. It doesn't do much for me. I would happily melt it again. It's just a generic pumpkin to me. Like, I actually love Farm Stand Pumpkin more because Farm Stand Pumpkin has a caramel. I haven't actually melted Porch Pumpkin, but on cold, I love Porch Pumpkin more.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
I think that's the type of pumpkin that everybody's gonna love and be happy with. I think that's kind of their goal and what they were going for. I don't know that they, I mean, I changed them the next day. I don't know that they were super fragrant the next day. They were okay to be changed. They weren't super strong or anything. Granted, give them a little bit of time to cure and they might be, but I think of the two, you prefer Forever Fall.
I do, yeah.
And I prefer Frightfully Delightful.
I almost talked you into being Forever. You almost said that.
I don't dislike it by any means.
Right.
It was just kind of generic and boring to me.
6 of one, half of the other, but I really thought Forever Fall is just kind of like over the top for me. It was very nice.
Yeah, he really liked that one. Okay, and then I did, so in the dining room here, and this is from the Harvest collection, I did Fall Into Love. And then in the living room, I did 4 cubes of Frosted Cedar. I'm obsessed with Frosted Cedar, you guys. I'm obsessed with this, not just because it has nutcrackers on it. This is like the same sugary sweet tree note that I get from Season of Magic, the Disney Season of Magic, how it's got that very sweet, but it's got a very creaminess to this one. This is a new release. Now the Forever, I'm sorry, everything's fall and forever. And the Fall Into Love on Warm, this kind of gave off a bit of a pine cleaner note that I didn't love. Now, I'll happily melt it again. It's not like it was obtrusive and I didn't like it. I wouldn't club it. I don't need more of it, but I would melt more of it.
So I like both of these a lot, but the Frosted Cedar is definitely the one that I really like the most. Yeah.
That one's like, this one is kind of,
This is close.
this one's, to me, is a little more fancy, the Frosted Cedar. I don't know if it's the creaminess with the sugariness. And I thought, ooh, is there like a dewy green kind of note? Not on Warm. Not at all. It's just sugary, creamy, sweet, beautiful. Oh, I was obsessed with this one. I wanted more. I will club this.
Yeah, I like both of them, but I definitely go with the Frosted Cedar.
Yeah, to me that's more high end.
This is very nice.
It's very
Fall
nice.
Into Love is very nice. It really is. It's but it's got a little more piney smell to me.
Yeah, and I got a pine cleaner
Which
vibe
I
for
like.
it.
So
I
don't get the cleaner part, but
I didn't mind it. It's that little sharp bit of pine is something that I would just not want.
mm-hmm.
I'll enjoy it. I don't have to have more of it. Whereas Frosted Cedar, I want to club that.
Or again, I mean, just like the other ones they're both very, very good. One has just a slight preference for me, and that's Frosted Cedar.
And I'm a mood melter versus seasonal, even though Scentsy with all of their new releases and things kind of drives you to be seasonal.
More seasonal. Yeah.
I would, honest to goodness, melt this year round. I liked it that much, and it was that upscale, sugary sweet that I could see myself doing that all year round, like on a cleaning day or something, or a day where I wanted to bring the outdoors in. And it's not by any means like, don't think outdoors like painted leaves that nobody likes. It's not like that. I'm just saying like a tree note. It's almost slightly sage in the way that Fearless by Nature can be, that creamy sage. So it's got this very soothing kind of effect to it. And it's just so much sugary, sweet, beautiful, just like Season of Magic, but less tree. It's more creamy sage. And it's the sage vibe that's kind of in Fearless by Nature, if you're familiar with that bar, where it just kind of, gives you the zen feeling, where it's not like you're distinctly, definitely smelling sage, but it gives you kind of the zen feeling. That one's just upscale to me. That one's spectacular. And then these three I did all by themselves because these room to room blended beautifully coming in together, and actually these two did also. If you have two adjoining rooms, these work really well together. These, I did some other mixes, and so these I definitely wanted to smell all by themselves. First one being Dutch Apple Bread. I just wanted to get the whole vibe of this. This is better on Warm. It's the strength. 4 out of 10 for me. Granted, we had the air conditioner going on and off on Echo. More like on cold, it kind of smells a little waxy apple creaminess, where like vanilla, waxy, which vanilla can do that for me with apple. And I felt like it came alive a little bit more on Warm. I think curing, this will be spectacular. And I do think in the winter without an air conditioner, this will come alive and be even better. I love it.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I liked it enough. It does kind of slightly give me some apple butter frosting vibes. I do slightly think I could potentially club that. Now that is a Harvest bar. So I'm No. Yes, Dutch Apple Bread is a Harvest collection. So I'm most likely going to club that one. Just to make sure I have it. And to see if it cures and all that good stuff. But with an air conditioner and everything, that one was only like a 4 out of 10. It didn't last into the next day, but bakery usually doesn't. Then, I'd say this is probably my second favorite. This was Make Me Snickerdoodle. I love this. The Mix It collection, the Spun Sugar Bar, has a caramelized sugar note in it that I adore, and I got that in this bar with like a cookie. So it's like a sugar cookie with that caramelized sugar, and I adored it, and I totally plan to club that. Now, Make Me Snickerdoodle is a new release, so obviously we had the 6 months with the catalog, so.
I like the name of it. I like how they get a little play on words here.
I would say that's probably a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And it was into the next day. I came down the stairs and was smelling it. It did really well. But it's that caramelized sugar, slightly smoky caramelized sugar note that I loved. So you really like that one?
I do.
You like the caramelized
like
sugary?
I do.
Slightly toasty note?
Yeah, I like that. And to me, that's very fall, very, coming into this next season of the year, which is my favorite.
Me too. My favorite bar of them all, of every single bar, including Harvest and new releases. This is a new release bar. This is Palo Santo and Cinnamon. This is upscale, fancy, cozy. It's not the typical Palo from Scentsy. It's phenomenal. I'm obsessed with it. I plan to club that. I could do that year round.
Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. This is that.
It's creamy. It's cozy. It's
This is
upscale.
the in front of the fireplace kind of smell that I really like, and the cinnamon. I just like just the right touch of that. But I remember, this was a nice one down here.
So pretty. And it's like a creamy cashmere type. And don't think cashmere is a perfume, but that creamy, cozy cashmere marshmallowy I got a definite marshmallow vibes from it was like a marshmallow Palo. It wasn't like around the campfire or burning wood, but it's like a cozy fireplace setting. With like creamy marshmallow and cashmere sweater, and it's totally that, and I love that one. That's my favorite. How about you?
Yeah, it is of what we've had. Yeah, I really like that. And Forever Fall.
My boring. It's kind of like no offense, Linda. Sun-Kissed Citrus or Welcome Home, or even Amazon Rain is like that to me. It's just okay. It's kind of, even though that one's a little more unique, it's just okay. He loves Amazon Rain. But okay, so then I did these two together. I'm trying to think, this one. I must have done one of these by themselves, and I think I did these, and no, that one was all by itself. Upstairs. Okay. That's the one that you liked, Upstairs?
Yes.
Okay. So down here, out here, I did Golden Garland. No, I take this back. This was in the living room. And Red Currant Wreath was out here. I love Red Currant Wreath. Love it. I still actually prefer Christmas Cottage, because Christmas Cottage has like a red hot cinnamon, whereas this doesn't. But again, I think this is an upscale scent. It smells like a beautiful Christmas store to me. I loved that one and wanted more of that. I consider, and I'm picky with Christmas, if I'm willing to club it, because they're all just okay and nice. That one I would consider clubbing. It's upscale enough. It reminds me of like a shop in Maine.
It does.
Like a store in Maine. Golden Garland, on the other hand, it's nice. They did beautifully mixing together. Honestly, alternating warmers, a cube of red currant wreath and a cube of golden garland, lovely, gorgeous together. Because these two didn't just kind of stop here. They kind of came together in the middle of both rooms. It's like a little bit into each room. I think it's the marigold note on this one that gets a little something in it I don't love. I can't explain. Eric didn't love it either. Up to your nose. In the room, it's nice. But when you smell it, put your nose up to it, I think it's the marigold that comes off a little strange. Almost sour. Yeah. I don't know that I would happily melt more golden garland, especially in the same area as red currant wreath, because I love the way those work together. I would consider doing which I could, alternating warmers. Love that, but I really love red currant wreath. There's something upscale, fancy, sophisticated about this one and frosted cedar and Palo Santo and cinnamon. Yeah, and the other one here. So I enjoyed those. Those were both like maybe a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
The pine ones were like a 7 out of 10. Palo Santo and cinnamon was probably 7 out of 10. Yeah, Dutch apple bread's probably 4 out of 10. I think that if it's got vanilla in it, that could be playing with my nose. So take that with a grain of salt, because my nose doesn't always pick up on vanilla. And it could be like a vanilla buttercream. I don't remember I just think that one needs to cure a little bit for me. But yeah. The rest of them were pretty good. Except mahogany. What was the mahogany? Midnight mahogany. Yeah. That one wasn't real strong for me either. Maybe a 5 out of 10. Did you get more?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it really depends. I really like that one, and I'm not, as far as its durability is concerned.
And I'd honestly say that one's a little more upscale. I'm just not sure it was aligning with my scent preferences, but I would say that one's a little more upscale. I would totally see that in a more fancy kind of home. And then, I think out here was cashmere leaves, and in there was white pumpkin and driftwood. This is from the Harvest collection. That's a new release. No, that's a Harvest collection. Oh, it's this one. This one, what is this? Cashmere leaves. It's fine. It's beautiful. I think that everybody and their entire brother is going to love this. Do you know why? Because it smells just like Crimson Berry Christmas to me, and everybody loved Crimson Berry Christmas except me. I 100% get Crimson Berry Christmas from Cashmere Leaves. I wanted more leaves. I get Crimson Berry Christmas, and it's weird because this is crisp apple. I get Crimson Berry Christmas. It's boring to me. He loves it. He's like everybody else.
Wonderful.
It's going to be a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful.
I think it's a little more a little more upscale. I don't think it's as boring.
No,
I hate to use that word, but I don't know what else to say. Generic doesn't sound nice either. Nominal. This one on the other hand.
But this is definitely, I think this is outstanding.
This is like a third favorite. This is phenomenal. Want to know what? Fall Feelin' is right up the top, towards the top for me. Frosty Air. Y'all know I love Windowsill Breeze, so obviously I love that. Yeah, Make Me Snickerdoodle was second. Palo Santo and Cinnamon is first. Red Currant Wreath and Frosted Cedar, actually like Frosted Cedar more than Red Currant Wreath. Yeah, but I think this is number 3 is the White Pumpkin and Driftwood. Sophisticated, fancy, creamy, cozy. Like that same setting that's in Palo Santo and Cinnamon, except this has a slight cologne vibe. Slight, but in the most creamy, pumpkin, fall, cozy kind of a way. It almost kind of gives me ever so slight white teak. Is it white teak and amber? Maybe a little sheer leather kind of vibes in with the creamy pumpkin driftwood. It's gorgeous. The driftwood comes off slightly cologne to me in that one.
Yeah, it does.
But that's upscale, fancy, sophisticated. I think Scentsy did an amazing job.
Yeah, I do too.
And this one was upstairs in the office. Cranberry and cinnamon. This was nice. Again, I think it's a little more upscale, but I don't know that I have to have that. The cherry is, the cardamom does warm and sophisticate the cherry, I think. It makes it more fall friendly. I think that's going to be great for people in warmer climates that want something holiday.
Yeah.
But it's actually very nice. I'm just not sure I have to club it or have to have a ton more of it.
I really like it. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he really likes it.
Yeah, it's really good. The cranberry, you're right though. I mean, I think I said this when we first got them, that
well, the cherry
it's almost
comes off.
kind of a cherry.
Yeah, there's cherry in that. There's a cherry note, even though it doesn't say it.
Right.
It does in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a little more cherry.
But it's not. I like that.
It does it. It doesn't give you just plain old generic cranberry. The cherry kind of makes the cranberry more full-bodied, and I don't know. It kind of gives you wine, Merlot, kind of like mulling spice, but almost kind of. You could almost get like a cherry wine.
Sweet cherry wine.
I mean, I think they did a great job trying to sophisticate it and yet still please the fruity people in the warm climates.
Fruity people.
The fruity fans in the warmer climates. So, yeah, you guys, this was probably 6 out of 10. Yeah.
I got a feeling.
Is that your favorite?
I think, yeah.
I actually really like that on warm.
I got a fall feeling.
That was my least favorite because it was pungent on the bottom.
Be a good night.
I'm anxious to see what everybody else thinks on warm. For me, it killed off the blood orange and it became actually very pleasant. I liked it. I want to melt another bar.
We know how you feel about blood orange.
Yeah, vomit. I'll be honest, but I didn't get that at all. Not at all. I actually kept going, what smells so good? And going, oh. I still don't love the smell of the clam. I still get that pungent blood orange, but it just makes so pretty.
Now, we highly recommend that you remove the wax from the clam before melting it. That would smell bad for plastic. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I really liked most all of them. I really did. Some of them just really stood out more.
I enjoyed them all.
And that's unusual.
Enjoyed.
To have virtually 100% of what we got being that good. And some of them are just really, they just stand out. I mean. Yeah,
and some were just, I enjoyed them. They might have been a little generic and I don't have to have more, but none of them offended me, bothered me. No. Upset me. I would melt every single one of these, believe it or not, every single one of them again.
But especially fall feeling.
I would. I actually am planning this catalog to buy another. Yeah, because this is a new release. Okay, so from the Harvest Bars, I'm clubbing Dutch apple bread, white pumpkin, and driftwood. And I want to get more, so I might club it instead of buying more right now. Because you really liked Forever Fall. But I don't have to have more of a fall into love. I would get another one. I don't have to have it. I much prefer Frosted Cedar. Cashmere Leaves. I could live without it, but if you like it, I'll get another one. This one that smells like Crimson Berry Christmas. You guys that love Crimson Berry Christmas, you will love that.
Really good.
You'll love it.
You should get that. That's really good.
I'll get a couple for him because I'm not bothered by it. I just think it's boring.
She thinks the same thing about me too.
Oh, stop. The artwork is phenomenal, though. Look at the artwork. I love the artwork. I just think it's boring.
I don't really think she thinks that about me.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. So, honestly, my personal standouts are white pumpkin and driftwood. I actually kind of think fall feeling. It's weird for me to say that. Red currant wreath, frosted cedar. If you like laundry and you loved windowsill breeze, frosty air, dashing, Palo Santo and cinnamon make me snickerdoodle. And I have high hopes for Dutch apple bread. Even though I wasn't super excited and impressed this round, doesn't mean I won't get, I'm going to club it and we'll see how it goes. And it may get dropped if it doesn't do better for my nose. But, yeah, so. Yeah.
Wonderful stuff. Really good.
I love them all, you guys. Oh, I shouldn't say love them. I enjoyed all of them. I didn't dislike any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are upscale, sophisticated. And I think Scentsy did a good job on trying to make them a little more sophisticated.
And and everybody's tastes are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Everybody smells things, catches things just a little bit differently. But
I'm actually shocked about that one.
you are. I can
Shocked. I actually want to get another bar and melt it. That's saying something, because I really didn't care for that one on cold. And I was like, what? Why do I like this? This is weird. Yeah, and this one was just, it was just okay. It's a lot like, if you like Scarlet Sunflower, you'll like it. Just the marigold does a weird, almost strange sour thing for me and Eric. I think you still liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He wasn't opposed to it at all.
No. I did not smell anything through the house over this past week that
He didn't like.
I didn't like. They were all good. Some of them were not as strong as others. Some of them you had to really think about, even in the living room where there's not a lot of, airflow things happening with the air conditioning and so forth. But yeah, but I mean, that's the way it is with everything. I mean, sometimes there's a stronger smell than other times, but they were all good. I liked every one of them. There wasn't anything that, for me, there wasn't anything that I would say, oh, don't do that one again.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's, to me, that's saying something, because usually there's something in, at least historical, there have been those that I just went, not so much.
We're pretty easygoing most of the time, so.
We like the aromas, all of them. So that, we just like having so much so that the conservatory that I teach at, we have now put the scent. What do we have? We're using those
fan diffusers.
The fan diffusers, and just getting a nice. I always did it. When I had a business, that's what I always did. Just had this happening in the store all the time. It makes everything good.
Mm-hmm.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, before we take off, I just want to make sure that y'all know that we're still thinking of all of you across Canada. It's up to 30 million acres of boreal forests that are on fire. 30 million. I don't know if we can get hold of that number. 30 million. And boreal is a term you're hearing out in the news a lot, but it means the northern forests before you get to the Arctic, where there are no more forests. Those are where the fires are burning across there. And then, of course, now on the island of Maui in Hawaii, there are still 1,050 people missing. In the area that was affected was largely native population there. Very, very concerned about all of that. We've been watching the news. We've all seen it. It's been a tragic situation. And over in the western part of Canada now, huge numbers of evacuations and so forth. And I just want to make sure that y'all know that as much fun as all of these things are, then there's the serious side of life, and you are dealing with some serious things.
And really quick, Di from Dicey's 19 Hearts on YouTube. She does Scentsy too, and some vendor waxes. I know she's from Hawaii, and I believe that she has family So, say prayers and thoughts for Di.
Yeah,
So.
definitely. And then, not that there are folks watching from Greece, but Rhodes, Greece, also devastating fires happening over there. More than 20,000 people have had to be evacuated, fled for safety over this past month from the terrible fires that are happening there as well. From what I've been researching, I'm sure you have too, the climactic conditions in various parts of the world are just simply perfect for this to be happening.
And California's
the Hurricane Hillary is now hitting Southern California with flooding and so forth. And a lot of that's going to be hitting tonight overnight. So there are these weather events, these things that are happening. They seem to be, intensifying. There a lot of things going on. I just didn't want us to, this is great fun, and it's more than that. It brings comfort. One of the things about the Scentsy waxes and the other waxes that are out there, the vendor waxes, that they can bring, at least help us to come into a better frame of mind as we look at things, but it doesn't lessen the importance of what's going on out there. I want you guys to know that we're still really thinking about that. And my new song, Canada Fire, we're in the final stages of getting that mixed, and we hope to have that. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but these things do take a lot of time. Once you're in the studio and the mixes and mastering and all these things that you have to do. But we're hoping to get those launched over the next week or so. And I know I've said that before,
platform
but it's
where you can purchase
like Spotify or Apple or whatever venues that we can get that launched on, so that new song, and then over the next few months there are several. So I hope to have a whole package of songs that will be released, along that same kind of theme and that same kind of feel. That will be available to y'all to download. So, just know that we're thinking about you. This is important. It's maybe the most important thing going on the face of the planet right now. And I don't have the answers except, hey, love one another. That's how important this is right now. So that was me. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me add that onto the video.
Yeah. Yeah, so everybody, that's our thoughts on Warm. Yeah, so.
I just got thinking that Forever Fall, the reason I probably like that so much is the name. Because if it was just Forever Fall, I'd be very happy with that. It was just permanently.
It gives me a little
fall weather.
warm pumpkin drizzle vibes. Yeah, it's okay. Well, so did the Frightfully Delightful.
Yeah, we've talked plenty about the waxes themselves, but I just that stands out to me. That's what I love about a lot of these scents, is how they're seasonal, and they just really they bring back memories of things. They do, there are all kinds of triggers that happen when you smell different things, like when you hear things or taste things or whatever, and that's one of the most beautiful parts about this whole industry of melting wax and burning candles, doing all that kind of stuff. It's just, the memories that get provoked and all of that, as well as the hope for the future. So, yeah.
All right, thanks,
all right.
guys.
Peace.
See you tomorrow, because I have my Scentsy Club order coming.
All right.
See you. Bye.
Peace to you.